What is this? Maybach music. I like this Maybach music.
She's just perfect in every kind of way, but I don't think I can handle her pain. So messed up and I'm too busy just running my game. Girl after girl, mistake after mistake. I try to change but they always around pulling me down in bed. Gave you my word but they were just broken promises. Broken condoms, lipstick marks and unprotected sex. I feel like shit, you know I ain't shit. Sorry, won't turn back the clock. Maybe I took advantage cause I knew you wouldn't believe it, so I used you. I'm sorry. Sorry don't make it right. Oh no.
We at the crib, she got her legs wrapped around my waist. Conversating, she lick every tattoo that's on my face. Like a thug, I just wanna fuck, that's every day. Temporary separations, confessing my mistakes. She packed the bags and left me home and I'm still hurt. Get new pussy, but she can't tell me that it's real first. A lot of lies, apologize, the thirst real. When she hit us thinking to herself, damn, this verse real. Rehab out in Vegas, that made this who murdered the set. Send the bottles to her table, then make love on the jet. Temporary thrills, all these women you think I toss. My feelings genuine, disregard what you see on blogs. I've been the boss before I recorded Meek's song. Million cash on the gram, they trending meat chone. In the D, my G, he throwing that peace stone. Every picture that you post, leave comments on each one.
I'm just a typical ordinary nigga, but I know that I can change the rules. All this time I blamed you cause I know what I'm doing. Stepping on your heart again, relationship ruined. I try to change but I'm always out fucking around in the club. Pieces of my love letter tore up from this breakup. My worst nightmare, which right in my back. I wish I could wake up. I feel like shit, no I ain't shit, but I'm sorry. Won't turn back the clock. Maybe I took advantage cause I knew you wouldn't believe it, so I used you. I'm sorry.
Gotta love it, baby.
Sorry don't make it right. Oh no.
Life short and baby girl, you deserve a winner. Every day the diamonds on you get bigger and bigger. Hustle from my heart so every night I can deliver. Saying sorry, laying up or way up in your liver. Boss. The red bottoms got you walking funny. Get you an agent, she ballin' and all she talk is money. Take her shopping, baby boy, ain't no salary caps. She get it poppin', so you better bring battery packs. Perfect time to relax. Nothing is perfect other than being a perfect match. They all watch me cause the moves I make out of their budget. Diamond District 6 figures on my shorty nugget.
I try to change, but they always around pulling me down in bed. Gave you my word, but they were just broken promises. Broken condoms, lipstick marks, and unprotected sex. I feel like shit, you know I ain't shit. Sorry, won't turn back the clock. Maybe I took advantage cause I knew you wouldn't believe it, so I used you. I'm sorry. Sorry don't make it right.
Hey, what's good, family? What's good? Can you guys hear me clearly? I ain't been on in a while. I want to make sure things working. Somebody give me a one in the chat room real quick. Hey, Christina, thanks for coming through. Dark Man in here. Thanks, DMV. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so I haven't been live for a minute, and it's been a good reason why I haven't been live. So before I go any further, I want to say shout out to the chat room. Thanks for everybody coming through. Vonda, thanks for coming through. That's a good sister right there. My sister Porter Kells is in here. Love her like cook food. Naima, hey, Miss Buckner's in here. That's Miss Buckner, y'all. Miss Williams is in here. My man Kenny Kojo's in the house. Darkman Jeff's in here. China White with her sexy ass, she in here. Anyway, look, let's get it going. There's a lot of niggas live right now, so that might not be that many people watching me tonight. But I tell you what, this is gonna be a good live stream because I'm gonna get into something I gotta get into before the year is over. Now, a quick update on your boy. I've been out of incognito for about a week and a half now, because I've been very, very busy. So let me back up to the week prior to last week when I had that debate with SKC. And I'm gonna talk about that later. Prior to that week, I got an email from X that Sunday saying that, somebody wanted to debate me on some, about SYSBM and all that stuff. So anyway, I accepted that challenge knowing that I had class coming up the next week. All right, so I had class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had 2 tests on Thursday. So I picked up 2 certifications that week. So I woke up 3:30 in the fucking morning to debate this brother and then went to class to test out. I had a test in the morning and then a test in the afternoon, and that was not a good idea, but I got through it. I passed both tests, so your brother's good to go. After that, as y'all know, I got a lot of shit going on in my life. I got people coming to town in April, a lot of family coming to town. This is the holiday season, so I decided to spend a lot of time with my daughter. And, we've been hanging out, spending time at the crib, cooking together, eating together, hanging out, and all that kind of stuff. So, this vacation, I really, really needed it because I had a lot going on at work. I had a lot going on with my daughter. I had a lot going on with the family. I had a lot going on with the house. And also, I was in the middle of picking up certifications, and I have more coming. So what I have going on right now at home, I've been doing online training because I got to do prerequisites for a training I got coming up in January. Your boy's not playing. As some of y'all might have heard already, I'm changing professions, if you will. I'm changing careers. I'm moving from SME work and project management work over to acquisitions. So I have to pick up a lot of certifications to take this position. I got a sister who's trying to hook me up with a new position and get me promoted. And she's looking out for her brother because she's rolling out and she's trying to put me in her position. So it's a good look. They give me the game plan, the roadmap. I gotta get down and get the work done. That's all. You know what I mean? I gotta buckle down, put my head down, like I always say, and get shit done. And when it's time for me to do that, when I get in that mode, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You know what I mean? I gotta take care of business. But I am paying attention. I keep my ear to the ground and I see what's going on. Evidently, since I walked away a little bit, fell back to handle some personal business, to handle my private business, this SYSBM, debate across the manosphere has been picking up. And that's good. It's good. It needs to happen because SYSBM is bullshit. Okay? All right? I'm not backing down on that. I'm not backing down on that at all. So before I get into the debates, just to finish up on the updates on me, we did a little traveling, got back Saturday night, been at the house, chilling at the crib. Today, me and my daughter went to XXL Lux. It's a very high-end, expensive-ass furniture store out here in fucking Germany. And that shit was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. The way they do things out here is way different than they do at fucking Value City. All right? Let me just tell you that. So I dropped like almost 2,000 euros today on furniture. And I got to turn around and spend more money in January, to buy the rest of the furniture. And then again, to buy a bed for the back room in March. So I'm going to be spending a lot of money in the next couple of months getting the house ready for all this company I got coming in. So who's coming in town? For those who don't know, my daughter's mother and her friend are coming in town. One of her girlfriends, they're coming for spring break in April. When my daughter's on spring break in April. And they're not going to be able to afford nowhere to stay. So they're going to be here. I already know it. She's going to tell me the last minute, is it okay if I stay at your... Man, I already know. So I'm getting ready to host these people. The day she flies out, she's going to be here for 7 days. That Friday she flies out. My mother, my stepfather, and 2 other family members are flying in the same day, and they're gonna be here for 10 days. You know, so and there's a lot of niggatry with them. So I gotta have the mental space for that. I gotta make sure I got space in the house and mental space for them niggas when they get here. But it's all good. It's family. It's gonna be a good thing to hang out with family and chill with family. Family's always great, even if it's sometimes negative. It don't matter. I miss them. They're still my peoples, and we're gonna have a good time out here in Germany. I'm gonna show them a good time, and we're gonna do some traveling to Amsterdam, and we're gonna drive over to France. You know what I mean? So because Paris is only 4.5, 5 hour drive from where I live, and Amsterdam is the same distance. Going north. So we're gonna definitely do that. My mother wanted to go to Italy, but I told her that's like an 8 hour drive just to Milan. If you want to go to Rome and all other shit, you got to fly there. You know what I mean? So she's like, well, maybe we have to do that another trip. So we're gonna do some real local shit. Germany's a beautiful country on its own. Just all the castles and all the shit that's here to see right here in Germany, all the historical sites. It's a very beautiful country. But around it, you have Luxembourg, Belgium, right next door. Above it, you have Amsterdam. And then right to the south west, you have France. Everything's right there. They're on the borders of each other. And then to the south, you have Italy and Switzerland and in Liechtenstein. It's just a real bomb ass place to be if you want to travel. So my mother's gonna come here. They're gonna lay up at the pad. I'm gonna be at work most of the time while they're here, but they're gonna just travel. They're gonna get a rental car. I'm gonna show them around and kind of show them the rules of the road and all that. Let them do their thing. But the last weekend they're here, we're gonna rock out together. And every night while they're here, I'm gonna take them out, to a new spot. So I'm lining up all these restaurants to show, to kind of show off. I gotta show my mom off. I gotta show my stepfather up. You know what I mean? I gotta show that nigga what time it is. There's always been this competition between my stepdad, but but I'm gonna stun on his ass. He gonna get this work. So, anyway, there's a lot of running around, a lot of shit going on, and like I said, I got that training coming up in January. Then I have to get this acquisition training done. Then I got to get ready for a 3-week residency in fucking Kansas in the summer. And at the same time I'm doing all this, I got my little girl with me. So, anyway, that's a quick rundown of everything that's going on. Oh. One last thing. I got 2 sisters getting married in August. Ain't that a bitch? 2 sisters getting married in August. One living in Arizona and one living in Brooklyn. So I already bought my tickets for the one in Long Island. The sister lives in Brooklyn. Her shit's gonna be in Long Island at the middle of August. And my other sister in Arizona, they still putting together that event. And I hope it's not the same fucking time. I doubt it, but if it doesn't matter. I still got to fly back to the States, and I just hope it's the same week. That way I could just take a week off and go attend these weddings. But that's my life for the 2020 so far. I already got all this shit going on in 2020. You know what I mean? And the question I have for a lot of brothers out here is, what you got going on? See, over here, we're going to talk about empowerment over here. We're going to talk about progress over here, progression. We're going to get into a lot of bullshit too from time to time, because you can't be black without getting into it. Getting into nigga shit. It just is what it is. But the bottom line is that over here we're going to talk about progression. Them niggas over there with the SYSBM bullshit and all these fucking pills ain't talking about progression. They're talking about getting pussy they can't get. They're talking about fulfilling their own happiness at the same time complaining about ratchets. And I'm gonna break that down in a minute. Okay? I'm gonna break that down in a minute. So, moving on, that's what I got going on in my life. Pretty much 2020 is set for me. And when I get back from my sister's weddings, I'm going to cop that new car. And I'm going to show y'all 2020 vision for real. So anyway, welcome to the channel. Everybody take a seat, because we about to get into this debate shit. So as y'all know, in the black manosphere, there's been this debate about SYSBM. And I don't know if I had a part to play in, conjuring up this shit, because I've been banging on this shit for the last 2 months or 3 months. This black pill bullshit and this SYSBM bullshit. And also talking about what red pill's supposed to mean. What red pill's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about pussy. Red pill's supposed to be about banging against the system. It's about dealing with the realities of the world. And being that I work out here in Europe and I get to see what's going on with the politics, geopolitics of the world, and I see how the world's looking at us. I'm kind of getting a preview before you guys get to see how the world looks at you. I'm seeing it happen right here in real time. I'm seeing how our influence is dwindling. How this clown in the White House is hurting us to the point where even the white people that support him are backing off his ass. Because it's a bad look. What he has done to us abroad has been very detrimental. All right, very detrimental. What he's done with the State Department, everything with the FBI, all that shit is not a little thing. It's a big thing, and it had big consequences, and it's affected us deeply. And we look crazy to the world right now. All right, it's. I always tell people to travel for two reasons, right? To either tour, get out in the world and see things, and just get away from America, get away from home. Touring, it's something about traveling that gives you just new energy. You know what I mean? Going on a 7-day cruise, going down to a beach for a few days, going to a small, ancient town and just walking around, just getting different energy. There's different energy and different vibes in the world, and tasting different food, and just, sleeping under a different moon, like my aunt used to say, right? So that's always good to do. The other reason to travel is to get money, like your boy's doing, like yours truly is doing. I done fucking left America just over a year ago, last November. I'm already changing careers. I'm about to get promoted. You see what I'm saying? And I came over here already getting the bag. And I'm about to get more bag. I'm about to get a bigger bag. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking around. And that's just the way my mind works. I want more in life. I want to see more in life. I want my daughter to have more in life. I want her to have a rich life. I want her to see as much as possible. Whatever I can extend to her, it's hers because she's my baby. And I want her to be well-rounded so she can extend that to her child. Why did I just say that? Because these SYSBM niggas don't have that mindset. They don't have a mindset of lineage, legacy. But these other groups do. And I'm about to show you how other groups operate. You niggas talking about, nah, man, we all mixed in and we all mixed and the things are not like it was back in the days. Bullshit. It's even worse. Everybody plays group politics. Everybody operates as a group. But these group of men don't want to operate that way. And I'm sorry, sisters, y'all the same way too. Black women don't want to operate that way. So now the dudes want to follow the girls. Now these so-called men, these thinking black men want to follow the girls. What I mean is, you sit here and talk about the ratchets. The ratchets don't care. They raise boys this way. They raise girls this way, etc., etc. All right, fine. I agree. They don't give a shit about a black future, right? They only care about their cooch. They only care about getting, the next thrill. They only care about getting a fucking Zane Chronicle fulfillment. All right, I get it. How are you any fucking different, nigga? If you sitting here Becky worshiping and talking about and fucking Rosalind Sanchez and fucking, Lee, and Lucy Liu and all these other hoes that you want to get at. And they all hoes. You talk about women in Western culture, man. Stop putting that shit just on black women. We talking about Western women. Because there was a lot of questions in the SKC debate that was not answered. I'm going to show you that were not answered. This nigga's running around saying I lost that debate. Why? Because, let me tell you why people say I lost the debate. First of all, I didn't promote to my people who watch me, that I was having that debate, for one. I didn't. I didn't put no previews, no nothing. I just showed up. Secondly, I knew most of the cats that already agreed with SKC was going to be in that chat room. And I have no problem going into the Lions Den. I will come to any panel full of niggas who disagree with me. Because I don't need, saying, I don't need no validation from nobody. I'm solid in what I believe in. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm 42 years old and I've been around the fucking world. I'm an experienced black man that has real American privilege, I might add. But here's the thing. A lot of cats said I lost that debate, and and I saw cats in there saying I lost that debate. And what's funny is that a lot of those dudes like Stoic and other brothers I want to mention, like Young Jay, 216, and other brothers in there caping for that nigga. I found you niggas over on Jason Black's channel, and my politics lines up with Jason Black's politics. I want you to make y'all niggas make that make sense for me. He's not over there Becky worshiping. Yeah, he goes over there and he talks about, ratchet women and dusty chicks and all that, but he also talks about how fucked up you red pill niggas are. And he talks about black empowerment. He lines up where I'm at. But I digress. A lot of you niggas are just going to agree what you want to agree with. You don't care about a black future. See, when we talk about a black future, we're talking about building. We're talking about hard work. We're talking about working this shit out with black women. Y'all don't want to do that. See, if you really wanted a black woman, you would promote the good black women. All right? You would promote that if that's what you wanted. But you don't want that, so you promote everything else. Let me say that again. Let me rewind that. If you wanted to fix the problem and you really wanted to be with black women who are better, you would promote better black women. You will put them out there on Front Street. You say, see, look, here's some situations. But what you want to do is say there's no such thing as a good black woman. So now you're free to go swirl. Some Crystal and Carrison ass niggas. Just say you don't want to be with a black woman. Say you don't want to reproduce yourself. You know different than that lost chick that's playing in some white girl's hair who's zaddy worshiping because she wants a light-skinned baby with some good hair. You niggas are no different. You niggas are no different, man. All right? So, a lot of cats said I lost the debate, but there was a lot of questions that JSHine asked that were never answered. Like, for instance, I agreed, and I conceded the point, because I knew it was going to come up, about black women. Because we can never have a debate without bringing up black women. So, right? So, I knew it was going to come up, so I said, fine, I'll just concede the point. All right, black women away with. Black women have attitudes. All right, black women are a handful. Okay, I get all that. And I agree that maybe they can learn something from other groups of women as far as their behavior and how they carry themselves. Okay, fine. If we can agree on that, then I need you SYSBM brothers to answer this question. Why in the world would you sit there and hold her to that criteria, but you're not holding yourself to that criteria? What I mean is, how come y'all not telling black men to operate like white men or other groups of men, for that matter? It's a simple question. Why are you so comfortable being policed by other men? Why are you so comfortable being ruled by other men? It's a simple question, man. There's nothing deep to it. It's not a trick question. That's fine. Let's go through it again. The black woman ain't acting right. Got it. There's a lot of things she can follow the red bouncing ball. There's a lot of things she can learn from other groups of women. Got it. Okay, what the fuck can you learn from other groups of men? When I sit here and I say I'm in the world and it made me worse, it made my position worse, this is what I mean. When I'm over here and I'm watching other groups of men immigrate into another country, another white country, fuck America, put America aside. I'm in Germany, I'm out in France. I'm watching other groups of men immigrate into those countries. Don't speak the language, but they building businesses, they putting restaurants there, they got their own clothing stores, they got their own cleaners. Where's yours? When I come home, I'm coming home with a crazy bag. I'm also working on my VA benefits so I can fucking waive that goddamn funding fee. Why? Because I want to buy commercial property when I get home. The commercial property another brother might need to open up a store, to open up an office. We all got to be pieces to the puzzle. Ain't nobody a fucking Superman here. No one can save us all. But we can't do it individually neither. We have to work as a group. And y'all don't want to do that. So y'all coming together on these panels, y'all coming together in these fucking spaces, the crowd around bitching moan about black women, talking about the girls all goddamn day, but ain't talking about building nothing. The only way you're going to change her is to change the fucking environment. You know it, I know it, the fucking world knows it. You know how the world knows it? Because every other group of men act that way. Every group of men operate that way. Now, I got some required work watching. While I was back home chilling in my house, eating some homemade cocoa that some African nigga taught me how to make on Thanksgiving. Because when I was at Thanksgiving, I was at this my homeboy's house, who's Mexican. His wife is German, and they had a bunch of German women in there and a bunch of, other, Mexican dudes and African dudes, like the fucking UN in his house, right? And they ain't making cocoa, Mexican cocoa from scratch. So now they got my ass in here about to kill myself with this chocolate so goddamn strong, it almost fucking made my eye burst. I wasn't ready for it. But anyway, So while I'm sitting back drinking some homemade, cocoa, I'm watching the Democratic debate playback because I missed it. And I'm watching the Democratic playback, the last Democratic debate. And it was actually the best policy debate I've watched since 2008. Okay? The reason why the 2008 was important is because George Bush was coming out of office and everybody was coming at Barack. Now, Barack was going at Hillary, so they was having a real contest. You know what I'm saying? And when it gets ugliest, they're having a real contest. So there was a lot of policies being thrown out there. Same thing when it got into the general, election. They talked about real policy shit. This Democratic debate I just watched was the most serious policy debate and was the most important debate that I require all of you to watch. It's going to affect you. So on one hand, you got a Republican Party that wants to put you back in slavery. That stands by the cops who murders your fucking sons and fathers, who got no respect for you, who run around here crazy, calling the goddamn cops on you every time you're doing something normal. That's one side. The other side wants to feminize your boys, push LGBT politics, put immigrants on top of you, replace you with immigrants, give immigrants who don't even have who are not even citizens, give them more rights than you. And that's what you have going on. And if you watch that debate, you will see what I'm talking about. And the reason why that's happening is because there's no black male leadership. None. No black male politics. Niggas come to these spaces just to complain about the women, but they don't come here to build nothing. Zero zilch. You got thousands of people watching you. That's irresponsible. Yeah, you can do what you want. You can do what you want. You can talk about what you want. I don't want to hear that fucking brat out argument, all right? You niggas sound like brats. Marsha. You're fucking brats. That's not the point I'm trying to make. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But so can JSHine. And when I see your slip showing, I'm going to tell you, your slip is showing, player. If you're going to be out here on some bitch shit, at least pull up your slip. Because you're not acting like other groups of men. I am tired as a black man in 2019, whose family I can trace my lineage back to the early 1800s. I am tired of being under the rule of other people, period. All our problems stem from them. Why? I got another simple question for you. Let's go back to the girls, because you're going to go back to the girls anyway. You're going to say, JSHine, what about the women? What about the women? Okay, fine. Simple question. Were black women in 1950 in the streets popping their ass? Were they having fucking Royal Rumbles in the middle of fucking Waffle House in 1950? Simple question. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. And the answer is no. No. Why? Because they were in a different environment. To say anything else is to say that there's something inherently wrong with black people. There's something inherently wrong with black boys. There's something inherently wrong with black women. So now we talking like fucking, David Duke out here. You got niggas that suffer from low IQ. How many fucking black YouTubers have you heard say that? See, the problem is, not only has she been socialized by this white supremacist system and this crazy ass Western European system and society, but so have you. You've taken on a white supremacist mindset. Matter of fact, I take that back. You took it on a slave mindset. Because you're comfortable being under the thumb of other men. Now, let me show y'all something real quick. Let me share my screen. After that debate, because no one answered the question that I asked, right? So this brother came to my channel, watched one of my videos. I don't know if he watched the whole thing, but he did have enough sense to at least answer the question. So he answered the question, so let me show it to you. All right, so my brother came over here. My brother Simon Landreth, or Simon Landreth, excuse me. Shout out to Simon Landreth. I disagree with him, but shout out to that brother, because at least he's willing to have the conversation. So let me read what he wrote. I'm going to answer the question you posed to SKC last night. You asked why black men are not acting like white men, insofar as creating a power base. You said white men came together to create institutions and leverage power. They practice group economics, right? The reason black men don't do that is because they are raised, here we go, not to do so by black women. Now I'm gonna pause right there. That's actually true to a certain extent, right? The boys and the girls are raised by the women, okay? I can't argue with that. But watch this. Let's finish reading. The consequence of telling a boy that he's appeased, is that you take away his confidence that hard work will pay off to him. When you emotionally, psychologically, physically abuse a boy, you render him incapable of building. He is unprepared to compete. When you don't care about his education, he's unprepared. The type of building you want black men to do occurs organically in neighborhoods full of women. It's not what I said, but I'm gonna address it. That care about their boys' development. I get it, brother. He's right on when he says that. He's right again. But he's also making my point. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. They turn 13 and start writing code and find others with the same interests instead of joining gangs. The thing is, black men do come together for fuckery. Yeah, you're right. Like the channels you go to, Simon. The channels you go to is fuckery. All right? Sitting there, Becky worshiping and talk about black women this and throwing jokes around. That's all fuckery to me. Sorry. Back to his message. They figure out how to rob people, sell drugs, and fight. But of course, those activities are sanctioned by the gnocracy, so I digress. But I should answer the question. But that should answer your question, bro. The short answer is that these black boys are not raised to do those things. Okay, let me address this question. Because my response is, though I disagree with your answer, I appreciate that you had one. Because no one had one that night. I'll respond to you. I'll respond to my next live. Tune in if you can. All right. Let's go point by point. The boys and the girls are raised by the women, right? They're raised by the women. When you emotionally, psychologically, and physically abuse the boy to render them incapable of building, listen, you brothers are coming to YouTube to talk about the very same issues. What I don't understand about some of these brothers, like Simon and others, is that if you got all the fucking answers, you know what the problem is, why are we not trying to fix it? How is SYSBM an answer to those problems? How? How is it an answer to those problems? See, what you're seeing right here in text is you're seeing an anger and a hurt from some of our mothers. And that's some real shit. We can't laugh at that. That's real shit. Because I've laid down and had pillow talk with a lot of sisters who got mama issues. That's why I advocate if the mother is not fit, you go get your child. My daughter's laying in her bed right now in the fucking mountains of Tennessee. She's not in her mom's house. Getting emotionally and physically abused by her mom like she would be if she was living there. Because that's all her mother knew. If we know the answers, why are we not breaking the cycle? Why are we not breaking the train? Let me get personal for a second. My father was a deadbeat father. Right? My grandfather wasn't too much better than him. Right? So I ended that cycle with me. I made a conscious effort. I knew how it felt to be fatherless. I knew how it felt to be neglected by my mother. So I had father and mother issues, right? But I decided going forward, it's not about me. It's about my lineage. How can I break the chain? You're not here on your own, fam. None of you niggas in the chat room or none of you niggas who disagree with me are here on your own. We all come from a place. That's what I was trying to put into this video that he made this comment under. This video was the one I called Black Politics and Kamala Harris and Voluntary Miscegenation. In there, I was trying to outline our history, which is deep and long. There's no way you can cover it in one live stream. But I tried to hit on the most important points to give you an example of why we are where we are. How did we get here? But also in that, I was trying to point out you have a lineage. You come from something. So let's go back down to his message. You're on a timeline, fam, and your time here is very short. So when you're in your teens and your early 20s, yeah, go have your fun, nigga. But when you're 30-something, 47 years old, we're supposed to be building like who? Come on, like who? Like other groups of men. And y'all don't want to do it. Don't tell me what other men don't have. Let me tell you what other people didn't have. There are people coming from completely dilapidated, broken down countries, war-torn countries that are performing better than us. That has nothing to do with the family. It all starts with the men. We have to create the environment. If the women were going to do it, they would have done it by now. They're not going to do it, so it's going to be up to us. Y'all don't want to do it. Now that the fucking light is on us, niggas is like, oh shit, I'm on stage. Now you got stage fright. Now you don't want to perform, nigga. Now you want to run off the stage and you want to jump in the fucking arms of a Becky. You want to be saved. You want to save yourself. You need saving. You understand how much power you've given to women when you say some shit like that? That you need to be saved? I would never curve my fucking lip to say I need to be saved. I wouldn't say I need to be saved from fucking white supremacists. I'm a hell on white supremacists. That's the reason why I got to come over here. I had to come over here. I had to get on the KKK. I'm about to kill one of these fucking crackers. I am a proud black man that is trained with weapons. You understand? And owns a lot of them. Concealed carry license, all that shit. It was only a matter of time before I ran into one of these Trump motherfuckers. I needed a break from that shit. And I need to get my daughter away from it too. All these school shootings and all that bullshit. Y'all niggas don't want to talk about that though. Y'all want to sit here and uphold these other groups of women, these Beckys, that are coming from communities where they fucking have mass shootings all the time. They just had one at the church last week. Or was it? No, not last week. This a couple days ago. Every week there's a fucking mass shooting in white society. STD rates are up in white society. Herpes is up in white society. AIDS is up in white society. Drug use is up in white society. You have self-hate, brother. And you let what happened between the women in your life change your mission. And I'm not trying to disrespect you at all. To my brother on the screen, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm really not. I want you to look in the fucking mirror. I can sit here all day and give you crocodile tears about what happened to me and with the neglect and the foul shit that was said to me by my mom. Right? I can. The shit I had to endure because she was lonely. She was a single mother trying to figure it out. But you know what? As a fucking adult, as a man, I could sit down with my mother now and have a grown-up conversation about this shit. And I can let it go. Because she was just a little girl too. She had me when she was 19. She had my brother when she was 20. Now, when you're in it, you don't see it that way because that's mom and you hold them to a fucking standard. But when you grow up, you say, you know what? She's a human being. And my job is to do better. That's it. There's gonna be no fucking mourn. There's not gonna be no mama scene at the end of Colonel Purple for you, brother. Where you get hugged and mama, that's not gonna happen. You have to move on. And do better and be men. This shit that's going on here is unmanly. I don't want to even hear about the women no more. There's so much shit we can go on right now and going on the sisters. And I got conversations for the sisters too. Matter of fact, my first live stream in 2020 is going to be about the weaponization of black women. But it's not going to be just a flat out diss to black women. It's going to be a detailed conversation about it, a grown up conversation. We're not having grown up conversations out here. Now, let me read this part right here. He said again, when you emotionally, psychologically, and physically abuse a boy and you render him incapable of building, he's unprepared to compete. You don't care about his education. When you don't care about his education, he's unprepared. Now, the type of building you want black men to do occurs organically in neighborhoods full of women that care about the boys' development. Gotcha. So, what he just said to you is you need to create an environment. I've been saying that for the last 3 fucking months. The hypocrite BGS said it too, but he's preaching against his own self. He talks about environments, but he don't want to change the environment. His fucking plan is to run away from the environment. Let the white man change it. Let the fucking economy fall. That'll fix it. Yeah, they'll come running back to you then, black man. Fucking, I can't with these niggas, man. Look. This is what we need. He just sat here and admitted what the answer is. The answer, I'm going to read it again. The type of building you want black men to do occurs organically in neighborhoods full of women that care about the boys' development. Okay, fine. We need to create the fucking environment. Create the fucking environment. You got fucking the whole Democratic Party riding for people who haven't arrived in America yet. Let me say that one more again. You got the major party, the Democratic Party, riding for a group of people who haven't arrived here yet. They're not just riding for the immigrants in the country. They're riding for immigrants yet to come. And they're going to give them tangibles. Where the fuck are you at? Niggas running around talking, I'm American and this and that, and I'm a blue-born American, land of the free and all that bullshit, but you don't want your fucking slice of the pie. Because you don't want to argue with that cracker. You're not fooling me. JSHine's going to be a thorn in your side. My channel's small. Oh, well, so what? But you can't unhear what I hear. And I know some of you niggas are listening. You're not going to tell your boys or your audience what I said because you don't want them running over here. But you listening. And I know you listening. Because I've listened to you. And the shit that you're saying is in response to the stuff that I've said at that debate and shit I've said prior. Answer the goddamn question. Because here's the riddle. If the man's saying that the boys are not doing what the other groups of men are doing because they raised by these women, but so are the girls, fam. So how the fuck the girls gonna change? Huh? Riddle me that. If the boys are fucked up and you want to give them a fucking out, why you not giving the black women an out? Y'all not giving them no outs. Y'all not giving them no quarter. None. Zero. And for a lot of these sisters, I ain't mad at it. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve to be respected. I get it. A lot of these women are grown-ass women, especially 35 and older women. I don't give a fuck about you. If you on some bullshit still, you ain't learned. Because I'm sitting here at 40. I'm watching motherfuckers who are 50, 40, 30 years old on YouTube talking crazy. Talking absolutely crazy. This just starts with you, fam. You see a brother like me, you say, hey, what's up, fam? Let's connect, let's get together. I saw a brother in the parking lot the other day with his girl. I was wondering what happened to him. I thought he went back to the States. This motherfucker in the parking lot getting some shit like, nah, I'm still here, man, trying to find a job, da-da-da. I said, why didn't you come to me? Oh, why? This is our fucking problem. Why didn't you come to me? An Asian will go to another Asian man. A Jew will go to another Jewish man. You the problem. No. I take that back. No, I take that back. I take that back. Because that's too heavy. Because me saying you the problem is asking you to have responsibility, the same responsibility you want the women to have. So let's get off that. I'm not even going to say you the problem. I will say this, though. You the answer. You the fucking answer. If you want to be. All right, let me show y'all something, man. Let's get to it. Let me take this down. Let me take this down, too. Let me show y'all something. Oh, by the way, that's my cart. This is all the furniture I'm buying and shit. But anyway, I want y'all to listen to something. All right? I'm going to play y'all 1, 2, 3, 5, 1 minute. One is a 2-minute clip. But I want y'all to hear this. All right? Now, this clip right here is on jobs. And then at the end, I want to ask you SYBS and I want to ask you SYSBM. I'm going to say it the way y'all want to say it. Because y'all want to be sassy like the females. So I'm going to say it the way y'all want to say it. You SYSBM niggas, I want you to answer some questions. Listen to this.
Let's turn now to an issue that is on the minds of all Americans, and that is the economy. Senator Sanders, today the House of Representatives voted for a new bipartisan trade agreement among the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It was supported by union-friendly leaders like Speaker Nancy Pelosi and big labor groups like the AFL-CIO. They say it is going to be a big job creator. Senator, my question is, will you support this deal? And if not, why not?
Judy, you're talking to somebody who, unlike some of my colleagues here, voted against NAFTA, voted against PNCR with China, 2 agreements that cost us over 4 million decent-paying jobs. Now, I don't agree with your statement that people think this is going to be a great job creator. This is a modest improvement over what we have right now. It would allow, hopefully, Mexican workers to organize into unions, independent unions, and be able to negotiate decent contracts. But at the end of the day, in my view, it is not going to stop outsourcing. It is not going to stop corporations from moving to Mexico, where manufacturing workers make less than $2 an hour. What we need is a trade policy that stands up for workers, stands up for farmers. And by the way, the word climate change, to the best of my knowledge, is not discussed in this new NAFTA agreement at all, which is an outrage. So no, I will not be voting for this agreement, although it makes some modest improvements.
So this man right here is literally in front of America. This is a major Democratic politician. This is a candidate for the presidency. And he's basically advocating for unionized jobs in Mexico. Did y'all just hear what I just heard? Fuck you niggas. Like I said, they're going to try to help the immigrants. They ain't even here yet. They riding for them. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. But hold up. Let me ask you a question. Is Mexicans a group of people? Are they a certain group of people? Who you think lobbying these guys? Who you think is lobbying them? That's why they're getting benefits. They're getting tangibles. They're going to get laws and trade policies which set them up to succeed. These trade agreements ensure certain things so they can fucking operate and make money and have families and create an environment where they can have stable environments where they can raise their kids with some sense. All right, let's get to this next clip real quick, man, because this one here is about race. And this was real interesting. This is about, this is the one that's 2 minutes. The other ones are shorter. Because this is like a 3-hour debate. You can't play the whole thing, but I think you should go back and listen to it. As so-called blue blood Americans, you should go back and listen to it. But check this out.
2018 election in red states and...
A new question. The Democratic Party relies on Black, Hispanic, and Asian voters, but you are the only candidate of color on the stage tonight, and the entire field remains overwhelmingly white.
I'm going to stop right there. You heard what she just said. The Democratic Party relies heavily on Black, Hispanic, and Asian voters. That means, look, man, I'm going to say it like this. Asians were killed to be in opposition. Asians were killed to be in opposition. They wish they can have the numbers in North Carolina or South Carolina or even in New York where they own real estate downtown. They got some of the most precious real estate in the city, and we don't have none of that shit. We got some people here who got a business here and there, but we own not one skyscraper in New York City, and we've been there since the beginning. I'm not talking about 1619 either. I'm talking about since the Dutch. Remember, New York used to be called New Amsterdam. And who you think built New Amsterdam? Niggas. But I digress. The bottom line is that you have an opportunity to lobby an entire major party, and you can leverage that party against another party if you wanted to. They're dependent on us to win. They're not going to beat Trump without us. Plain and simple. They can't. They can't win North Carolina without us. They can't win places like Michigan without us. They can't win places, even in Wisconsin. They need that help in Wisconsin. They can't. They need that help in Virginia. You know, look, Texas, they got a shot at Texas. They got a shot at Georgia. There's a strong black vote down there. But they're not going to offer nothing to you. You know why? Because you're not demanding nothing. All you want is a goddamn Becky and you happy. All you want is some trim and you happy. That's what makes you happy in life. That's the answer to your life. Save yourself. Save yourself by getting you some pussy. Not getting tangibles, not getting your piece of the pie. Not being catered to by the parties in your own government. You niggas are nomads in your own country. This is your political system. Yours. Niggas love to get on fucking YouTube all day and talk about what they know about what's going on in the world, and here's the geopolitical news from around the world, and this is what's happening in Russia, and this is what's happening in China. What the fuck is happening in your country? Niggas is worrying about some shit over there like your shit is tight. That's like me worrying about what's going on in Vonda Harris's house. Well, my house is dirty. As soon as I open my door, you can smell the fucking stench out my house. But I'm over there telling her about her sink and how dirty her sink is. It's backwards as fuck. But I want you to hear the rest of this shit. Watch what this Asian guy has to say. And this is pathetic. This made me feel like shit listening to this. Being everything that we've done in the country, all the wars we fought for the country, everything we sacrificed for the country. Watch this shit. It's only a minute and a half.
What message do you think this sends to voters of color?
It's both an honor and disappointment to be the lone candidate of color on the stage tonight. I miss Kamala, I miss Corey, though I think Corey will be back. I grew up the son of immigrants, and I had many racial epithets used against me as a kid. But Black and Latinos have something much more powerful working against them than words. They have numbers. The average net worth of a Black household is only 10% that of a white household. For Latinos, it's 12%. If you're a Black woman, you're 320% more likely to die from complications in childbirth. These are the numbers that define race in our country. And the question is, why am I the lone candidate of color on this stage? Fewer than 5% of Americans donate to political campaigns. You know what you need to donate to political campaigns? Disposable income. The way we fix it.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say this. This might sound foul. What I'm about to say. But you niggas got disposable income too. Y'all donate to these fucking YouTube churches all the time. And y'all want to send $5. Y'all won't scrape against. Y'all won't scrape it. What y'all could be doing on YouTube is creating a political PAC, if you wanted to. If you wanted to, even if you, some of you conservative brothers, y'all wanted to rock with the Republicans and lobby them, you still gonna need money to do that. Let me ask y'all a question: do white men give money to their candidates? I mean, this is how the game is played. It takes money to make money, baby. Y'all don't want to do the work. Y'all don't want to participate. Y'all don't want to participate, man. Y'all just don't want to fucking participate, man. Now, JSHine has spent a couple thousand plus in the manosphere as far as donating to people. In the last 3 years, whatever, right? I've done that. I've donated a lot of money across the spectrum to a lot of different people. That's because I supported a message of men having a voice. And I thought we were going to come together not to just deal with black female fuckery, but deal with all of our problems. And I saw this as the beginning of a groundswell of black men coming together. Because you know what I like about the space, and I like about YouTube in general? Now, people are sitting around listening to other people talk. Like people listening to me talk right now. They're not listening to ratchet music. They're not watching bullshit movies. They actually listen to each other talk. That's a sea change, if you want to see it that way. Instead of looking at the victories, black men, you got Kamala Harris out the paint. You participated. Whether you like it or not, you did. We pushed back against the Harriet movie. We've done some other things, man, just from a social media apparatus. We've got a lot of things accomplished. That's playing politics, man. We can build on that. But y'all don't want to do it. Y'all want to save yourselves, which is basically nothing I need to respect because you practicing individualism. You practicing regular individualism. You no fucking use to me, brother, if you over there doing you with a Mei Ling on your lap. That shit means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to JSHine or to black people as a whole. I'll give you an example. I'll take it a few brothers in black YouTube. Let's talk about your average athlete. Your average athlete means nothing to us because he gets his money from a white corporation. He takes his money, puts it into a white community. He buys his cars from a white company. He buys his house from white relatives. He buys his clothes from Europeans. He's giving his money back to them. He's just a conduit. He means nothing to me. So when we see people like David West or LeBron James or, even rappers like, our homeboy, Nipsey Hussle, you don't fucking make fun of them. You don't make fun of their death. They were actually doing the right thing. Organizing their neighborhood, organizing their homies, getting their powers together. LeBron got Marvin Rich, he got 3 brothers from his community. Now they running rum shot over the goddamn league. They agents now. They compete. They taking all the fucking power from the white men. Because they had a lock, stock, and barrel. You had the owners. You had the coaches. You had the agents. You had the lawyers. Now we got brothers pushing into that space. And they doing it as cliques. You have real life examples in your face. But you want to look for anything they say wrong or don't do right to fucking jump down their throat. Which is a weak move. This man on the screen right here is the only fucking colored. All right. He's the people of color candidate now. I want you to digest that. After everything we've been through in the country, we don't have no representation. After John Lewis dies and the rest of these old ass motherfuckers die in the Congress, where's our representation? Where's the sense of the slaves that's in Congress? Where are the men? Look, all right, man. Let me let y'all listen to the rest of this. It's only what? Actually, you know what? There's only 20 seconds left. Go ahead.
The way we fix this is we take Martin Luther King's message of a guaranteed minimum income, a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month for all Americans. I guarantee if we had a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month, I would not be the only candidate of color on this stage tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
All right. He's the only person that spoke to that shit. All right, he's the only person that spoke to that. And the next clip I'm going to get to is only 1 minute. But this is some real deep shit. This is something y'all need to be worried about. See, this is what we should be talking about as black men. This next clip I want to show you is something we need to be talking about as black men. I want the SYSBM brothers to really digest this. What you about to hear next. Because this is what's coming. This is what you're not paying attention to. While you're sitting on your panels, worrying about the hoes in Colombia, the hoes in fucking Dominican Republic, the hoes in Brazil. This is what's going on in the world.
Part of the world, and that's China. Mayor Buttigieg, you have said that you think China presents more of a challenge than do your fellow candidates believe. The U.S. clearly wants China's cooperation on human rights, on climate change, on North Korea, on terrorism, and yet Americans are appalled by China's record on human rights, including the detention of over 1 million Muslim Uyghurs. Should the U.S., is my question, do more than protest and issue sanctions? Should the U.S., for example, boycott the 2022 Beijing Olympics?
I think that any tool ought to be on the table, especially diplomatic, economic, and social tools like what you're describing. Look, for the president to let it be known that his silence, whether it's on the rounding up of Muslim Uyghurs in Xinjiang, putting them into camps, or the aspirations of the people of Hong Kong for
I want y'all to really pay attention to what he's about to say next. This is some real deep shit.
democracy. For him to let China know that his silence can be purchased is trashing American values. The reality is that there's a lot more to the relationship with China than who's selling more dishwashers. Yes, we need a much smarter trade policy. We also have to acknowledge what's going on over there. The use of technology for the perfection of dictatorship. That is going to require a stronger than ever response from the U.S. in defense of democracy. But when folks out there standing up for democracy hear not a peep from the President of the United States, what message is that sending to the Chinese Communist?
Let me explain what he's talking about. What he's talking about is these apps and the way China is using technology to control its own people. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a second. This is something that's really happening and how it's going to change our lives. The reason why we're not saying anything about it, and the reason why our corporations are not saying anything about it, is because they want to use it on us too. Okay? And you think I'm bullshitting? Look at this. Now this is a video. I'm not going to show you the whole 5 minutes, but I'm trying to skim through this real quick. I want you to check this out. This actually, I'm going to put these links all in the description box when I get off of here. I'm going to follow it. Y'all got to watch. This is only a 6-minute video, but the bottom line is that this is how China is starting to control its own people.
If you're sitting in the United States or Europe right now, you've probably never used a Chinese app. But the reality is, if you want to know how the internet will develop, China, the land once known for its cheap ripoffs, has actually become a guide to the future. You know, the internet is the internet. But for China, the internet is more like an intranet. It's largely walled off from the Western world by this incredibly complex system of filters and blocks that we call the Great Firewall. And basically, the Great Firewall blocks any foreign site the Communist Party doesn't think it can control. So that means there is no Facebook, no Twitter, no Google. Instead, what filled the internet vacuum was a generation of Chinese copycats that have grown into huge companies. So for Google, you had Baidu. For YouTube, you had Youku. For Twitter, you had Sina Weibo, and the list goes on and on. It's almost as if the Chinese internet is a lagoon as an aside to the greater ocean of the internet. And in that lagoon, there are these swamp monster apps that bear some resemblance to the creatures in the ocean, but are mutated in some ways because they evolved in a different kind of environment. But things have started to shift in the sense that before, no one outside of the lagoon really cared about the swamp monsters. But now, all of a sudden, some of the features they've developed are so amazing that Western apps are trying to copy them. And the greatest example of this is WeChat. WeChat is an example of, for lack of a better word, a super app. It's a Swiss Army knife that...
Now, if you ever heard of WeChat, this shit is incredible. What WeChat has done, it consolidates all of your social media live streams, and it thinks for you. It knows what you want, it knows where you are, it knows how to track your payments, it knows how to do everything. This shit is incredible, and this is exactly where your internet's going. This is where your lives are going. And in a situation where you have no black politics, imagine how powerless you're going to be against a situation like this. How hard it's going to be to get your businesses going. How hard is it going to be to do business on the internet. Everything is going to be consolidated again. They do this every generation. There's always an explosion, an expansion, right? They had the same thing, with the internet boom in the 90s. And it's a consolidation. You had an expansion of mom and pop shops in, say, the 60s and 70s. And then what happened, you started getting Woolworths. You started getting Pathmark and Food Lion and, and all these different stores. And they started consolidating, the corner store situation. Same thing with Home Depot and Lowe's. You had hardware shops, you had mom and pop shops, but then they started sitting those motherfuckers down, and then they put other small businesses out of business. This is going to happen on the internet as well. It's all going to become one mind, one thing. You're going to think all these things belong to each other. That's why we have antitrust laws in America, where we block mergers and shit like that, so we can stop this kind of thing from happening. But as you see, the courts you have right now, this conservative court, they're not going to stop this from happening. They're not going to stop this from happening in America. That's why America's not saying anything about it. That's why your conservative government is not saying anything about it. They're not going to peep one word about this shit because they down with it. And the corporate giants in this country looking for this opportunity to merge so they can make billions of dollars. They don't give a fuck about none of you. But you niggas want to SYSBM. You're saving yourself from what? You're not saving yourself from this shit. So anyway, let me skim forward. Let me show you how this shit works. WeChat. I'm trying to think. All right. Because they kind of show you how this shit works. Let me start
or a popular tourist site. The list of investment services. There are even Skype and Uber. It's your Amazon, Instagram, Venmo, and
I'm sorry, let me go back
Army
right
knife that basically does everything for you. It's your WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, and Uber. It's your Amazon, Instagram, Venmo, and Tinder. But it's other things we don't even have apps for. There are hospitals that have built out whole appointment booking systems. There are investment services. There are even heat maps that show how crowded a place is, be it your favorite shopping mall or a popular tourist site. The list of
How do you think New York police is going to use that? How do you think American police and American security forces are going to use that? They're going to sell it to you as a convenience to you. But it's a way, you see what I'm saying? This is a way to control your people, right? So now look, I'm not going to show the whole thing because this is a 6-minute video, but I want to show you something else. Here's another artificial intelligence thing they do in classrooms. They're actually putting things on their children, right? And they can tell when a kid is falling asleep, when they're not acting right, and their parents can show up, whoop their ass, all kind of shit, because they monitoring the children 100%. I want all you guys in the chat room to imagine that. Imagine you in high school, middle school, and your fucking behavior patterns are being monitored. But this is the type of fucking software and the type of technology that they're developing over in China. And don't think that shit is not going to be exported over here. Don't think it's not going to be exported over here. Because they're going to be able to use your phones and all your devices that you already have on you to do it. Now, I'm just showing this right now. I'm going to put the links in the description box. I want you guys to watch it on your own. I don't have time right now for you guys to watch. This is another 6-minute video. But this shit is crazy. But let's get back to the debate. But that's the kind of shit that he's talking about. That's over a lot of people's heads. So if y'all was watching this debate, y'all didn't know what he was talking about. A lot of y'all didn't know what he was talking about. When he was talking about the technology and the AI that they're using over there. That's the shit he's talking about. He's not just talking about the facial recognition. He's talking about the tracking and the tracing of people. All of their fucking activities are being monitored and compiled. And these algorithms that know what you're going to do before you do it. And they show you that in the video, how that shit works. It's amazing. It sounds amazing. But think about the freedom you're giving up. Think about how they're going to control people doing that shit. Think about how they're going to consolidate the net. Think about how many businesses you're not going to be able to create because of apps like that. They don't need you for shit. Everything is going to be online. All these services, everything you're going to school for, all you thinking black men are going to school right now and getting degrees in certain things, this shit is going to be worth nothing if these type of fucking technologies make it into America and become commonplace. Now, I know I'm talking over a lot of people's heads right now, but it's okay. Go back and watch these videos. I'm going to put them in the description box when this shit is over. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to show you how much disdain they have on for us. And that's just when they was talking about reparations. And this is only, it's about 3 minutes. But it's a good 3 minutes. All right, here we go. This is the last video I'm going to show you. Because I got to go to bed.
Mayor Buttigieg, a new question to you, Mr. Mayor. You said last month that the U.S. owes compensation to children separated from their families at the southern border. The consensus among child welfare experts is that those thousands of children will likely suffer lifelong trauma as a result of that separation. Are you committing, as president, to financial compensation for those thousands of children?
Yes, and they should have a fast track to citizenship. Because what the United States did under this president to them was wrong. We have a moral obligation to make right what was broken.
I want to stop right there. You heard what these people said? Fuck what happened to you for 400 fucking years. Generation after generation. The trauma you've endured for generation after generation. These people who are not even fucking citizens deserve reparations. You just heard it. You just heard it. And a lot of you brothers out here who are SYSBM are cool with that. You good with that. You good with that. That makes you a man. Because you got a Puerto Rican girl on your dick. Because you got some exotic looking chick on your dick. That makes all the sense in the world. I want you to really think about what I'm saying, man. You brothers out here bugging, man. Your manhood has now been fucking, you made your manhood your penis. That's it. So when the girls call you a dog, are they wrong? You're literally thinking with your penis. You're not thinking about your future at all. Because I'm going to ask you a question, man. Before I play this video any further, for all you SYSBM brothers out here, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. You SYSBM niggas out here. When that cop pull you over, he gonna ask you if you SYSBM? When they deny you promotion, or they go in the back room and talk behind your back and scheme and plot to not pay you correctly, they're gonna ask like, oh, hey, Johnson, is that Negro SYSBM? Are they gonna ask these questions? I'm curious. I want to know. Somebody let me know, man. Are they going to sit around and say, you know what? That young man over there, that young black man who's articulate and special, that special Negro over there, Johnson, is he SYSBM or is he one of those B1 niggers? I just want to know what to do. Look, fam, it don't matter what you have at home. You still working, you walk in the world as a black man. It doesn't fucking matter. Fine, go get you a woman of another race. I can't stop you. But what does that got to do with black politics and black men building? If you feel like black women have created a bad situation, why the fuck you not working to change it? Why you just letting her have it? Why you throwing your hands up in the air like a bitch? Get your fucking hands off your hip, nigga. These people out here ain't fucking playing, man. Everybody's coming to America to get it. Like my man C Boogie said, they come here to get that mugger. America's an empire. In case you didn't know that. It's the biggest economy on the planet. And you are an actual citizen in it. It's your birthright. All your bones and blood is fucking buried in the soil. You SYSBM niggas make me sick with this shit, man. SYSBM is not a fucking answer. It's not. It's a temporary escape hatch. So you go to your little corner on the Titanic and be comfortable. Oh, this corner of the Titanic, man, it's cold over there, man. It's warm on this corner right here, man. Yeah, it's going down. Hold on to something. It's warm over here, though. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Y'all niggas is absolutely crazy. I sat back and thought about this shit, man, 100 times, man. I really thought about it. I said, look, man, if I start spitting this shit, niggas gonna be like, oh, man, he caping for black women. Oh, man, I ain't caping for nobody. If anything, I'm caping for me. I'm caping for my future. That's what I'm caping for. How the fuck we gonna create a black future SYSBMing? You niggas is out of line, man. People are coming from I'm gonna say this one more time, man. People are coming from third world countries to your empire, and they're getting privileges and tangibles before you do. Fuck the women. How does that sit right in your soul, nigga? How do you call yourself a man? Take color out of it. How do you sit as a man, as part of a lineage of building an empire, being part of an empire, being a citizen of an empire, and then other groups come in here and get put over you? Explain that to me. I have questions, man. And I'm going to tell you something else. I'm not going to make the mistake of getting up 3 o'clock, 3:15 in the morning, and having a debate at 3:30 in the morning, all right? I don't know what niggas do that at. Obviously, JSHine thought it was a good idea. I do kind of shit like that, but I ain't going to do this shit no more, all right? The next time I debate one of you niggas out in these YouTube streets, it's going to be with a clear mind, wide awake, like I am right now. Because I got questions. And I need answers. Since y'all pushing the ideology, specifically to younger dudes. When I see younger dudes come to these panels and all that, that's a fucking problem for me. Teaching these niggas how to lose. Teaching them how to not build. Teaching them how not to come together and do some shit. You niggas want to sit here and forecast the fucking females. You bitch-led niggas. You want to forecast the women. All y'all want to do is sit there and forecast the women. And talk about how the women could be better if they do this and do that. They can learn this from other groups of women and da. But you niggas don't want to pick up nothing from other groups of men. That is a question you cannot get around. The brother who tried to answer it did not answer it. Instead, he made my point. When there's a neighborhood that's organically, it's going to organically produce the young men that we're looking for, right? When you have women in normal situations. But guess what? Black women have been in survival mode for the last fucking 400 years, nigga. I'm not surprised that some of them are half crazy. Just like I'm not surprised some of the niggas are half crazy. Look what we've been through. The question is, what are we gonna do, man? We're gonna cut this scab off. We're gonna cut this bad skin, this dead skin off, and move on and build something new, or we're gonna just sit here and run. Because I'm telling you right now, there's nowhere to run to. You can't run from this white man. He global. He global, fam. And if you're thinking about coming over here to live a life in Europe or abroad, okay, you might have a good life. But I'm telling you right now, the brothers over here, they got to pick up that phone when wifey call. When that white wife call, yes, dear. I've seen it with my own eyes, nigga. I don't know what fantasies you niggas got in your head, man. Because it's fantasy. JSHine is in the real world, fam. Shout out to you red pill niggas. JSHine is in the real world, fam. I'm living in reality, boss. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it across the office. I'm seeing it across the building. I'm seeing it across the goddamn installation. I'm talking to brothers every day. I'm in class with a brother. I just talked y'all the last time I was in when I was at the debate. I said I was in class with a brother who was the grandchild of Jackie Wilson. And he showed me his mother's Facebook page and all that. His mother's the daughter of Jackie Wilson. I'm sitting in class with a brother and going to lunch with a brother who's fucking ADOS. For real. And he was telling me the stories about how the children of the Delphonics and the Dramatics and all these, greats, R&B artists from back in the day, these legends, the children get together and they have these potlucks and these picnics and shit. He was showing me pictures of the shit. This shit was awesome to watch black people operate where they operate. And the one thing I did notice is he showed me pictures of his sisters and his mother, who still live in Detroit, and she won't leave Detroit. Because that's how a lot of black people were back in the day. We had our own neighborhoods. We stayed there. We didn't move. A lot of us didn't move. We need home bases. We need home bases, man. But with gentrification and the expansion of the cost of living, we're gonna have to do some more migrating. And if we want to survive in the future, we're gonna have to come together and figure this shit out. And what I see you niggas doing is putting a death nail in the coffin, just like Kristen Garrison wants to do. Kristen Garrison's a hateful, self-hating bitch. Okay? She gotta be hateful. You know how hateful you gotta be to lay with a white man that looks like hers? That's a pretty chocolate sister too. She's attractive. Let's give her props. And look what she stretched to. Look what she stretched her attraction to. So you know how many good brothers she leaped over to get to that? Because it had nothing to do with black men. It's about self-hatred, and it's the same thing with you SYSBM brothers. You guys are going far and wide to leap over any good sister you might meet. Another thing I brought up in the debate. I don't know how you win a debate when I made this point. But my brother SKC, and shout out to SKC for having a mature, calm, respectful debate. Shout out to that brother. Much respect for him, to him. And we made a conscious decision to have a respectful, mature, manly debate. That's why there was no yelling or disrespect on that debate. But when he brought up Oprah and used her as an example and see how black women are, I came back and said, hold up. Okay, fine. What about all the black women right now who are dragging Oprah? I brought up Ricky Smiley's show. You got 3 black women on a mainstream radio show dragging Oprah. When the fuck have you seen that? There's a sea change happening. And instead of seizing that sea change, you don't want the change. You really want to use her as an excuse to get to Becky. You want to knock her over and get to Becky. You want to jump. Becky, get over here, Becky. Don't run from me, Becky. And what you niggas is doing is acting thirsty. And that's why the white women now treating y'all like simps. Yeah, they are. That's why the white women are taking y'all to the cleaners. Why we gonna sit here and act like all this shit ain't going on with them? Ask Tim Duncan. Ask fucking Blake Griffin. Ask Tyrese. What do you want from me, Tyrese? That white girl was giving him that work. She was giving him that unadulterated work. Got this motherfucker with slob coming out of his mouth and snotting and crying on social media. What do you want from me? Y'all want to ignore all of that, right? Y'all want to ignore all of that, right? Okay. Y'all want to ignore all the fucking white women who are, mistreating the fucking black kids in schools, and all the white women that's in porn, all the white women out here who are hookers, all the girls going wild and they ratchet videos. You're going to ignore all of that, right? Your practice is self-hate. I'm frustrated with sisters too. But I have a fucking mind. I can think. And I sit back and think like a man, and I say, you know what? All right, so how did we get here? That took me on a journey of learning your history. And when you attach yourself to the history, not emotionally, but logically, and with truth and data, and you see how we got here, you can sit back and say, God damn, I'm surprised it's not even worse. All right? So anyway, let me play the last 2 minutes of this video. I want y'all to hear this shit on race. I want you to see the disdain that they have for black people. I want you to see the disdain that they show for us. This is a question about reparations. Watch this shit. Watch what this white woman does.
And on the larger issue of immigration, my understanding of this issue isn't theoretical. It's not something I formed in committee rooms in Washington. It begins with the fact that my household, my family, came from abroad. My father immigrated to this country and became a U.S. citizen. It comes from the fact that I'm the mayor of a city where neighborhoods that were left for dying are now coming back to life, largely because of the contributions, mainly of Latino immigrants.
All right, i.e. cheap labor. These white boys ain't playing, man. These white boys ain't playing. I had to stop it right there because I want to make one more last point. This ain't the first time this happened to us, by the way. When they had waves of white immigrants from Europe, when they brought their fucking poor white immigrants into America in the late 1800s and into the 1900s, last time I checked, the fucking Statue of Liberty was already there. The Statue of Liberty was given to us by France a long time ago because of the triumph. It was given to us after the Civil War. All right? It was given to us after the Civil War. So when these people came in the late 1800s and the early 1900s, the statue was already there. When they was passing Ellis Island and going to Ellis Island and passing the Statue of Liberty and all that shit, they took something that was yours and made it theirs. It became part of their immigrant story, right? And not yours, not your fight for freedom, because it was given to us by French abolitionists. There was an abolitionist movement in Europe and in America. And they put a group together and they gave the fucking Statue of Liberty for America's triumph over slavery. That's what the Statue of Liberty is for. It was about you. It was about us. But these motherfuckers came here in the late 1800s, early 1900s, put on top of you. They had the gangs, and they had the Irish gangs and Italian gangs and all that kind of shit. And then they gave them fucking family jobs like the fucking fire department and the police department and city jobs and sanitation. And they made these people solid. They made them whole. While you were already here. So this already happened to us time and time again. They already put waves of immigrants on top of us. When is enough enough? I see the resurgence in our community due to these new immigrants coming in. Yeah, cheap labor. Yeah, I could fix my goddamn house up real good too. You know what? I'm a hypocrite because I use them wallers too when it's time to do some real shit in my backyard. You understand me? I'll keep it 100. They know how to dig a ground up real quick. I go to the fucking store and they come back and they already done. I'm like, God damn. What the fuck they make you niggas? But I digress. But this is the game. Bring those poor motherfuckers in here. Bring them poor motherfuckers in here. We'll give you our tangibles. We'll give you our job. We'll give you some benefits. We'll give you a status. And like my man said, we'll fast track you to citizenship. They're gonna just give you some shit you had to earn. Matter of fact, you black people in the chat room and watching this video, whoever come across this shit, you haven't even enjoyed full citizenship. They about to give it to them. Because it serves their interests. And you okay with that, black man? I'm not. That's infuriating. That's infuriating. So let me get through this last clip because I want y'all to hear this shit. This is some real foul shit. I want y'all to fucking hear this. And I'm gonna take this down. This is the last clip I'm gonna show.
And I've seen those same neighborhoods shut down, families huddling in church, panicking just because of the rumor of an ICE raid. That did not make our country safer.
Could I respond?
Had to look into the eyes of an 8-year-old boy whose father was deported, even though he had nothing so much as a traffic ticket against his name, and try to think of something to tell that boy because I couldn't tell him what he most wanted to hear, which is just that he was going to have his dad back. How can harming that young man possibly make America safer?
Mr. Mayor,
when I am president, based on those experiences, I will make sure that this is a country of laws and of values. And that means not only ending these unspeakable, cruel practices at the border, but finally and truly fixing the immigration system that has needed a full overhaul since the 1980s.
When have any of these politicians talked about y'all getting shot like this? When have they ever talked with this passion about you being killed and being gentrified out of your communities and the stress that working class? Let me tell you something about gentrification. Gentrification doesn't happen to the projects, dummy. Gentrification happens to working class black people. It happens to the working class black people in Brooklyn. It happens to the working class black people in Harlem who can't afford to be there no more. That's who they gentrifying. That's who they stress the fuck out with these high bills and new fucking taxes and all kinds of bullshit they impose on them. You know they moved the historical black church in Brooklyn to put the Barclays there. To put the Barclays Center down there, they had to get around a lot of properties, and one of them happened to be a black church. And the black church did not want to sell. And you know what happened? You know what the city did? They came up with code violations. Shit like, well, the sidewalk has cracks in it. Not the sidewalk, anything on the actual property, but the sidewalk right outside the church, the public sidewalk, but that's considered their responsibility. So now the church has to take an offering to fix the fucking repaved sidewalks. You know how much fucking money that costs? But I'm gonna tell you what would have happened. Say they went down that route. You know how much somebody would have charged them to do it? You know how many fucking permits they would have had to go through to get it done? They would have stressed that church out. They would have drained them of their money and still took the fucking church. It's a dirty game. But this is how they move us. And the reason they can do it because there's no black politics. Oh my God, man. I can go all night about this shit because there's a million stories we can put up. But that's what gentrification is. And guess what they do to you SYSBM brothers? They do it as a group. It's a group activity. Matter of fact, I put it like this. Gentrification equals tribalism. Tribalism equals gentrification because they do it as a group. All right? They carve it up. Asians get their little corner over here. White people get their little corner over here. Hispanics, they got a little scrape together and the city work with them and they let them keep some properties or buy some new properties over here. And then when everybody gets settled, then they raise the fucking prices and you can't get back in. They raise the values and you can't get back in. It's a dirty game, fam. And when my next live stream, when I talk about the weaponization of black women, I'm gonna go deeper into that. I'm gonna show you some shit that they doing in New York City and other parts around the country. It's crazy what they're doing. The amount of money that they waste to make this shit happen is incredible. To the lengths they go through to get rid of your black ass, to move you out the way. All right, so let this man finish because this shit is crazy.
We cannot wait 4 years.
Watch what this white woman is doing. She's trying to pivot to something else, and he's trying to filibuster, but she ain't gonna allow it. But watch the response from these two politicians.
10 years. We cannot wait anymore to do something.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just to follow up, since you do support compensation for those families, should the U.S. also compensate descendants of enslaved people? Do you support reparations for African Americans?
I support H.R. 40, which is the bill that has been proposed in Congress.
That wasn't the question. The question was, do you support reparations? H.R. 40 is a bill to possibly put together a commission on it to investigate and explore reparations. Basically, how to make it possible, but it's not a real thing. But that's what he supports, because that's the Democratic Party, and that's your black flunkies, them old niggas in the party going along with that shit. The Clyburns and the Lees and fucking John Lewis and all those bastards who turned on their own people. Who they don't give a fuck about a black future neither. They got their mugger. Shout out to C Boogie. I see you in the chat room, C. Good live stream earlier, nigga. I'm charged right now.
Congress to establish a commission to look at reparations. But we shouldn't wait for that commission to do its work to do things that are reparative. Remember, we're not talking about a gift to anybody. We're talking about mending what was broken. We're talking about the generational theft of the wealth of generations of African Americans. And just crossing out a racist policy and replacing it with a neutral one is not enough to deliver equality. Harms compound, just like a dollar saved in its value compounds over time. So does the value of a dollar stolen. And that is why the United States must act immediately with investments in minority-owned businesses, with investments in health equity, with investments in HBCUs, and on the longer term, look at reparations so that we can mend what has been broken.
Vice President Biden, do you support reparations?
Now, that sounded good, but it's all bullshit because we've done that before. Right? We've done that before. We've done that before. I'm going to tell you how that works. All right? There's only a certain amount of black people in a position to benefit from what he's outlined. So they get these set-asides just for African Americans. We've done that before. That only helps a few people. It only helps a few people. I'm not even in a position to probably take advantage of some of the shit he's talking about. So the masses are not neither. So all our sisters out here, all our brothers out here who are trying to get it and trying to make ends meet, that shit's not going to help them. Especially if you're working and you're making like, you know, a decent amount of money, you're not even going to qualify for the low end shit. And the low end shit is just to sustain you. You know, welfare and all that shit, that's just to sustain you. But the high end shit that he's talking about, you know, certain job placements, you got to have certain skills. So we talking about government gigs, there's only about a certain amount you can give. And that's going to get squashed real quick because remember, white women are minorities, Asians are minorities. They're letting only Hispanics in this country right now. So in about 10, 15 years, they're going to be in government heavy. This is what's coming. So that's bullshit that he's talking right there. That's not reparations. That's just another policy to put a Band-Aid on a fucking open wound that was made by a goddamn 12-gauge shotgun at 2 feet distance. You understand me? It ain't doing nothing. It's gonna stop 3 drops of blood and that's it. The rest of it is gonna gush out. Now, the last part of this I'm gonna show you right here is what Joe Biden's response to it. The lady is talking about reparations for African Americans. Watch his response. This is the disdain this party has for you. This is the fucking lead candidate right now for this major party. Watch how he responds.
Look, let me, since I haven't spoken on this, got a chance. Number one, the reason we're the country we are is because of immigration. We've been able to cherry pick the best from every single continent. The people who come here have determination, resilience. They are ready to stand up and work like the devil. We have 24 out of every 100 children in our school today is Hispanic. The idea that we are going to walk away and not provide every opportunity for them is not only stupid and immoral, but it's bad for America. They are the future of America, and we should invest in them. Everybody will benefit from it, every single American, and you should get used to it. This is a nation of immigrants. That's who we are. That's why we're who we are. That's what makes us different, and we should invest in them.
Thank you, Mr. Biden. Senator Klobuchar, you had your...
That's all, folks. That's all, folks. Nothing else follows. That was a quick conversation about reparations. You heard Buttigieg's answer to it, then you heard Biden's answer. Biden didn't even address the shit. Fuck you niggas. Fuck you niggas. Even though this fucking devil wrote a crime bill that gave us a crime bill in the 90s that it exploded mass incarceration. He was the author of it. There's no running from this. There's no running from this. These are the things that matter. These are the things that matter. And I've always said, I give you a consolation prize, brothers. I'm about to close the stream up. Here's a consolation prize. When I tell you to put your head down, get to that purple, get your paper up, pussy comes with it. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Let me pick a sister in the room. I'll pick China White. Imagine China White at your office where you work at, man. With her thick, sexy ass. Just imagine that. Who do you think she gonna come up on? The janitor will come up on you in your suit. And you sitting there with your straight back, talking, you groom well, handling business, telling people what to do in the office. What do you think is gonna happen how you think China's back is gonna arch when you walk next to her? Huh? When you get this paper, when you out here handling business, they are attracted to you, fam. Not only are they attracted to you, it's a respectful attraction because they're respecting the fact that you got something going on and you carrying yourself like a certain way. See, y'all get things mixed up. When y'all see sisters out here with these tennis shoe niggas and these niggas sagging pants and all that and tatters and all that, that's fun, all right? Because there's not enough of real niggas around. I'm talking about real niggas. I'm talking about dudes who like me who wear suits from time to time, but talk the way I talk. Look a chick in her eye and tell her to chill the fuck out. What did I say? You understand me? This chick need to walk around with a goddamn panty liner fucking with a nigga like me. I probably went over your head, but anyway. It comes with it. It comes with it, man. It comes with it, fam. And not just her. To all you SYSBM niggas, the other women are hollering at. That's why I was talking about a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how these two Asian girls were vying for my attention. I was just using an example. I wasn't trying to brag or talk about this is the way to go. No, I'm telling you what happens, man. You know what turns me on every day? You know what turns me on? You know, I've been off work for a week or so, right? I've been at work. I've been off today. I'm going to be off tomorrow. I'll go back Thursday. And I'm going to work 2 days. I'm doing some online training in the office. I'm not really doing much because a lot of people ain't coming back to the following week anyway. So it's still going to be slow at the office. So I get to catch up on emails and get some online training done. And you know what turns me on? I can't wait for? It's next week when everybody gets back and we got to get back to doing our projects. And I get to put my project manager hat on and I get to tell white men what to do. That's what turns me on, nigga. That's what gets my jollies going. Philip, come here. I love doing that. My 2 fingers and shit with a thumb up. Just imagine, just 2 fingers. And wait, come here. Let me ask you for a second. Why in the world would you do that first? That's not what we planned out. That's what I like doing. Now imagine, let's go back to China White. And she in her tight little fucking power suit, dressed like Hillary Clinton, but looking better, right? And you know what I mean? And she got her heels on, and she see you do 2 fingers to a white man and tell him, come over here. Imagine that. Can you picture me rolling? Can I get on some Tupac shit with you? Can you picture me rolling, nigga? This is what I'm selling. I'm not selling you wolf tickets. And that can happen at every level. I don't give a fuck if you were the goddamn, I don't care if you work at the Foot Locker, nigga. You the Foot Locker manager. Being that motherfucker groomed up, chilling, handling business with your back straight, fam. And I'm telling you right now, the Vonda Harrises, the Poetic Kells, the China Whites, the Naaman Buckners, all these cute sisters you see around on YouTube, you know what I mean? And the ones you see out in the street, they're gonna respect it. They're gonna have no choice to. All right? We've been broken down by a society that has targeted us and put us in a weak position. They did it on purpose. You understand me? They did it on purpose. It happened on purpose. They did this shit on purpose, fam. And we gotta undo it. And I'm not running from my lineage. I can't. I'm not betraying my grandmother and my grandfather. I can't do it. I'm gonna rock out with my caca, as they say. I'm gonna go out here and handle this business. I'm gonna get this mugger. I'm gonna get this skrilla. I'm gonna get this guap. I'm gonna get this paper. I'm also gonna do the knowledge. Right? So look. 2020 is coming around the corner, and y'all gotta make a choice. Do y'all wanna be men? Or do you wanna be somebody's boy? Because laying up in your house with your, other race chick is not gonna stop the fact that you're a black man. All right? It's not gonna stop that fact. It's not gonna change it, fam. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't care if she looked down on you with her little, her Caucasoid hair in your face and she got some nice perky titties, but I'm telling you right now, when she hit that fucking wall at 40, you're going to be feeling different. That's another thing. That's another part of the game. Some of these brothers have been over here for a long time. These older brothers are married. I look at their wives and I'm like, God damn. I'm good. I'm good, fam. I'm not a whack nigga. I'm not a sick nigga. I can play the game as long as I can. I understand the rules of the game. Getting ass is not hard. It's not a problem for me. It's not even something I think about. I don't have to. What I do have to think about is my finances. What I do have to think about is my daughter's future and helping her plan her future. What I do got to think about is my nephew and his future. What I do have to think about as a man is how I can help another brother and our future as a people. Because we, no matter how you feel about it, we are a distinct group that was set in stone when they brought us over here, stripped us of our religion, stripped us of our language, gave us theirs, gave us their name, and called us Negro, and sold us all across up and down the seaboard. You understand me? When they sold us up and down the eastern seaboard, that's when we changed. That's when we became a distinct group of people. And then when we built the fucking country, that's when we became a distinct people that has rights to that country. We have rights to that shit. And you niggas are okay with everybody coming over here and stepping on you and getting ahead of you. You okay with being a third, fourth class citizen because your citizen level is not going to change because of who's on your dick. Matter of fact, if you walk into the wrong place because you got that beck in your arm, it might make it worse. That's just real talk. That's just real fucking talk, man. So y'all can play with the shit if you want, man. Jay ain't going nowhere. I'll be around. I'm going to be a thorn in your fucking side. And I'm going to talk this real. And I'm going to do real live streams over here. We're going to do real content over here. I don't do panels. All right? That's probably why my shit ain't where it needs to be. Because I don't do panels when people come around and I don't want all that. Fuck all that. I'm going to grow my channel organically on the strength of my content and my message. All right? And it's going to get better. The longer I do this, the better I'm going to get at it. All right? That's just how it works. But I do have a life too. So when I bounce for a week or so, know this. JSHine show. JSHine business. I got progress. I just came on here and told you, since I've been on here, I've gotten 3 certifications, changed careers, traveled to 2 other countries since I started doing live streams. I'm not fucking around. And I want you to have the same thing, brother. I want you to have the same thing. I want your family to have the same thing. And whatever's mine is yours. You who in the chat room, you will come across this, man. Y'all know me. Y'all who talk to me behind the scenes, y'all know what time it is. All you gotta do is hit that WhatsApp app, hit that Discord, whatever. I'm at fucking Frankfurt International. I'll pick your ass up. And let's get some experience under our belt. Because that's what life's all about. It's about experiences, man. Don't sit where you are. Don't die where you are. Them crackers don't deserve this. They don't deserve what they have. They didn't earn it. At least they didn't earn it the right way. I'm not forfeiting what is mine. And I need you to help me. I can't do it by myself. I understand that. JSHine good. I'm good. My motto is this. If you're already good and you got what you got, what the fuck do you have to lose? You understand me? That's why I'm going for more. I'm going for broke because I have nothing to lose. And neither do you. So I'll leave it at that, man. You know how it goes with me, man. You know, before I go, I want to say shout out to the chat room. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat room because I'm reading notes and paying attention to what I'm doing over here. But thanks for coming through, China. Thanks for coming through, Vonda. Thanks for holding on the chat room as usual. Darkman Jeff, my brother. Kenny Kojo, that's my man. You know what I mean? Rabani, what's up, brother? Yeah, sister, thanks for coming through. Oh, my man, John Analyst is up in here, man. He been around for a minute. Trinity, I see you, sister. Bella, good conversation the other day, Bella. Nice talking to you. In the back chat. Dan Frankie's in here. My sister, Just Swan. I'm gonna see you this summer. Just Black Swan. I'm gonna see you this summer, sister. We're gonna hook up. My man, Charles Faulkner's in here, man. Everybody, thanks for coming through the chat room, man. I appreciate your time. Time is money, and again, the last hour or so you spent with me, you can't get back. So I appreciate your time. All right? I know this is a long live stream, but I had a lot of shit to get off my chest to talk about this SYSBM. And what I'm trying to do is connect this shit to a political level. I'm trying to bring it back where it belongs. I'm trying to bring black men where they belong as men, where we need to be mentally. All right? That's what I want to get us back to. There's always going to be opportunities to talk about black female fuckery. Can anybody say Lizzo? The train is never late. There's always going to be opportunities to talk about some shit. Can somebody say April Mason? There's always going to be a chance to talk about the shit, man. But what do we need to be talking about as men, primarily? It should be about building, sharing information, man. Salute to the Black Brain Trust. They're doing good work over there. I know a lot of brothers over there disagree with me, but that's not what it is for me. It's not personal. I still salute your activity and your efforts over there. Shout out to Mike V and them. And that's all I have to say for now. Just remember, business is life, and life is business, so handle yours. Your brother JSHine is motherfucking out. Happy New Year's, nigga. Happy New Year's.